or Enkidu, born of silence, endowed with strength by Ninurata. His whole body was shaggy with hair. He had a full head of hair, like a woman. His locks billowed in profusion like Ashnan. He knew neither people nor settled living, but wore a garment like Sumakan. He ate grasses with the gazelles and jostled at the watering hole with animals. As with animals, his thirst was slaked with mere water. A notorious trapper came face to face with him, opposite the watering hole. A first, a second, a third day. He came face to face with him opposite the watering hole. On seeing him the trapper's face went stark with fear, and he, Enkidu, and his animals drew back home. He was rigid with fear. Though stock still, his heart pounded and his face drained of color. He was miserable to the core, and his face looked like one who had made a long journey. The trapper addressed his father, saying, "Father, a certain fellow has come from the mountains. He is the mightiest in the land. His strength is mighty as the meteorite of Anu. He continually goes over the mountains. He continually jostles at the watering places with the animals. He continually plants his feet opposite the watering hole. I was afraid, so I did not go to him. Is filled in the pits I had dug, wrenched out the traps that I had spread, released from my grasp the wild animals. He does not let me make my rounds in the wilderness." The trapper's father spoke to him, saying, "My son, there lives in Uruk a certain Gilgamesh. There is no one stronger than he. He is as strong as the meteorite of Anu. Go set out to Uruk. Tell Gilgamesh the son of man of might, he will give you the harlot Shamhat. Take her with you. The woman will oh wait, this is still some time. The woman will overcome the fellow, as if she were strong. When the animals are drinking at the watering place, have her take off her robe and expose her sex. When he sees her, he will draw near to her, and the animals who grew up in the wilderness will be alien to him." He heeded his father's advice. The trapper went off to Uruk. He made the journey, stood in sight of Uruk, and declared to Gilgamesh, there is a certain fellow who has come from the mountains. He is the mightiest in the land. His strength is mighty as a meteorite of Anu. He continually goes over the mountains. He continually jostles at the watering place with the animals. He continually plants his feet opposite the watering place. I was afraid, so I did not go up to him. He filled in the pits that I had dug, wrenched out my traps that I had spared, released from my grasp the wild animals. He does not let me make my rounds in the wilderness." Gilgamesh said to the trapper, "Go, trapper, and bring the harlot, Shamat, with you. If the animals are drinking at the watering place, have her take off her robe and expose her sex. When he sees her, he will draw near to her, and his animals who grew up in the wilderness will be alien to him." The trapper went, bringing the harlot Shamhat with him. They set off the journey, making direct way. On the third day they arrived at the appointed place, and the trapper and the harlot sat down at their post.